Hello there, it's Kate, the Courageous Inspirer Coach, and welcome to our mindful awareness training. This is a part of my mastery mindset. So, this is where I really talk about different ways that we can master our mindset and being mindfully aware or having mindful awareness is a really, I say, might be just a bit biased here, but I think it's very, very important. It's in that mindful state we become most aware of what's going on within ourselves, so internally and externally. So it's that awareness, that consciousness, that real true kind of understanding of what's going on in our minds, the self-talk that's happening in there, energetically where we are, what we're allowing in, what limiting beliefs maybe are playing out in our lives, where are the unhealthy habits, what's dysfunctional, all that good stuff happens when we're in a mindful state. So I'm going to take you through just quickly the mindfulness and presence worksheet. So this worksheet we sent out as our weekly freebie this week. And if you notice something different, even that's going on now, we're not running these live through Facebook. We're actually running these in the Zoom room. So if you've seen this, if you didn't get to come to this particular training, then be aware that at 1 p.m. on Thursdays, I'm going to be offering a free training workshop on the topic of the week. So the free item will come out on the Tuesday. You've got an opportunity to put your hand up and have a look at it, then to understand just in more depth and to actually work through whatever I've released. Then you can attend my free training sessions. It's basically a free coaching session every Thursday at 1 o'clock via Zoom, via this room. Okay, so let's get going with this. So, mindful awareness compass. I'm using this as the worksheet today. I love these sort of compass formatted worksheets. I have quite a few of these in different areas. I just think it's a really interesting and fun way of working through some really important things that we need to do in personal growth and personal development. So, literally, just like a compass, this provides direction. Okay, so it's all about the direction that we're heading in, and we want to be walking towards an increased mindful awareness. So we want to be walking in that direction. So how it works is that you're noting down during your day when you feel particularly distracted. All right. So, one of the things that we're doing this month in the VIP coaching group is that we're actually doing business mindset breakthrough lessons at the moment. And one of the things that we've been doing for the last week, which relates a little bit to this, I'll get there eventually, is that we're looking at limiting beliefs and our business success limiting beliefs. And one of the things I asked all my clients to do just within like a 72-hour period was to note down, reflect, and note down every single time they noticed limiting beliefs coming back, either in thought, language, whatever it might be. What basically would happen is if they've got this limiting belief, it goes through into your thoughts, and then you've chosen to latch onto that. You've chosen to think about that. You may even then go even further in the next section, which is that you're creating actions. Your actions are now being driven by the limiting belief or non-action in some regards, which then just reinforces that limiting belief, and round and round and round you go. Okay, so this is an important part of self-reflection, self-awareness, is noting down your moments. So that's the first step. And you could do this every day for a period of time, or a day, whatever you choose to do. I think you need to do it, at least 72 hours to 5 days type thing, because patterns will surface. Yeah. And then we look at the technique applied. So we're going to have a look at different ways. I've got another beautiful guide that if you put your hands up down in the comments below, when this comes out, if you raise your hands, reach out to us, and then we actually have an accompanying beautiful guide around different ways of being mindful. Okay, so you can actually access that document as well. And then you've got the reflection part. So reflect on the changes in your focus and presence after each practice. So before, apply, after. Okay, so the technique applied, And again, I do this really in all the areas that we work on, particularly, for example, self-care, is that I get sort of everyone really crystal clear and focused on this creation of your toolkit. So that technique applied, that's going to be your toolkit. All right, so let's keep going. So here's the template for the journal. So you've got the date, the moments of distraction, mindfulness technique practiced, reflection on focus and presence. Now, distraction also comes in so many ways. Yeah. So, distraction can be you not staying on point, not focused, not staying in your lane, feeling like you kind of, oh, there's a shiny object over there, whatever it might be, that you kind of move out, you pivot out of where you were going towards those long-term goals. So you've got all these little short-term goals, you're working up to those long-term goals. Where are the distractions? What have occurred? So the date, moments of distraction, the technique that you then practice, and then you're going to reflect on how it benefited or helped your focus and presence. Okay, so here's down here, you can do it in this format. Day one, there's two different ways of doing it because people just like to do things differently. So I often give you a different way of doing it. So this way is more like a journal. Okay, that way is more like a journal. Now, the other document that I've got that accompanies this particular topic, and I'm offering this in addition to the free document that you've got this week, is Finding Peace in the Present Moment. So, mastering the art of mindfulness. Again, such an important part of life. Certainly critical if you're wanting to live courageously with purpose. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the techniques. All right. So some of the techniques that I've got in here, we're going to understand mindfulness, which is what I went through at the start. It just reinforces that. The benefits of mindfulness, which I've spoken to you about. Then we've got some of the techniques. So there's mindful breathing. I do a lot of breath work with my clients. I love breath work. I use breath work to do visualization and a lot of other things, timeline. It's just so important. And a lot of us hold our breath, I call it, for very long periods of time. So going through, and then when you try and do breath work with people, they're like, they can't do it. It's almost like, they've forgotten how to breathe in a calm and slow and mindful pace. So mindful breath work, really important. This one I particularly love is the body scan meditation. Again, I've been doing this a fair bit with the ladies that I'm working with, and also in my masterclass lately. And I may even do it in my next one coming up, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But the body scan meditation is a really cool way of tuning in not just to breath. You're using breath, but you're really, it's a physical relationship. So you're looking physically, you're sensing physically what's going on in each part of your body. Okay, it's really, really, really cool. If you haven't done it, reach out and I'll take you through it. Mindful eating is obviously very, very important. We are what we eat, so we just got to be really super careful about what we're putting in our mouths, and being mindful when you're actually eating. You'll find that you'll probably eat less, food that's not very healthy for you, and you'll really enjoy and immerse yourself in the pleasures of food, and your relationship with food will definitely change. So mindful eating, cultivating gratitude, really, really, really important. Practicing that gratitude work. Again, with my clients, we're just about to launch into the second part of my business mindset breakthrough program, and that is in gratitude. So we're really understanding what gratitude is all about, and we're going to kick off a 30-day gratitude challenge, which is really, really cool. I'll be popping some things in that about that this weekend, and if you wanted to jump in and join in that gratitude 30-day challenge, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so number 7, mindfulness in everyday activities. These are things like meditation, incorporating not just meditation, walking, engaging in nature, all that we do around us, trying to create it, I guess, a sense or presence of mindfulness. So if you're running around like a, crazy person all the time and you're in that state of anxiety and stress, and there's not these moments that you've allowed yourself during every day of your life to step into mindfulness, then I strongly suggest that you need to work on your time management. Yeah. And understand the importance of enabling yourself to step into mindfulness awareness. Number 8, mindfulness in stressful situation. There's plenty of ways that we can be supported in grounding ourselves when those times are really tough. We can use breath work, we can use different techniques to bring down that level of stress, just to calm the body down, get into that mindfulness awareness again, and just allow ourselves to get out of that state of panic. Yeah, that get that nervous system calmed down. So mindfulness through stress situations. Emotional regulation, really, really important. So again, this is, having the ability to observe and acknowledge our emotions without getting carried away by them. So this can be a little bit like that react too soon. It's about, again, we spoke about this morning in our group call, doing all this work. One of the ladies has totally really acknowledged the biggest takeaway and breakthrough she's experiencing at the moment is that she's becoming more aware and she's pausing before she reacts. So she's taking a moment where normally she'd be boom out there with, that kind of anger or frustration or stress or that feeling that is negative and comes through. She stops, takes a moment, tunes in, has a little bit of a discussion with herself, has a look at the situation. Is this a fight that I really need to have? Do I really need to respond that way? Do I retaliate back with negativity? Probably not in most cases. We want to speak our truth, but we don't need to react with that same kind of negative emotion. Yeah. So being really emotionally regulated. Number 10, cultivating mindful relationships. Again, we talked a lot about that this morning. You know, if we're being mindful and we've got a good healthy relationship with ourselves, we're really aware of who we want to be and what we represent, our boundaries. We're letting go of limiting beliefs. We're really stepping into ourselves. We're owning ourselves. Who you surround yourself and being really respectful within those surroundings, and certainly in relationships, you will attract a reflection of where you are. So, you're in a negative state all the time. There's a lot of limited beliefs. There's anger in there. There's all those negative emotions playing out in your life. You're in that drama sort of state. You'll attract it. It'll just swarm towards you. So we're really wanting to create healthy external relationships once you've internally created a beautiful relationship with yourself. Okay. Number 11, overcoming mindfulness obstacles. So this has been courageous, looking at challenges and what we need to face with, less resistance, and just leaning into it. Yeah. Looking at obstacles as just things that we need to conquer. We need to learn from. Some may be easy, some may not. It's just there's a lot of spacing in that text, isn't it? I might get that fixed before we drop that out. I've just noticed it's all kind of spaced out. We don't know why that is, but we'll get that reformatted before it comes out. So really leaning in and embracing uncertainty, change, and obstacles, as they're called, obstacles, solving the problems. So let's, cause and effect here. Let's be really in a place of solution rather than problem. Okay. Number 12 is mindfulness in the digital age. Now, this is interesting because, obviously for me, as you can see by this picture here, I am all about being out in nature. I've kind of prided myself for a very long time that I'm not, up digitally with everything. But this is, it's certainly for me now. I'm in the online space, and the world is what it is. We don't have to become overwhelmed with that, though. We do need to recognize when we need to move ourselves away from that, because being here digitally, stimulated all the time, it is important that we step away and create mindfulness awareness away from what's going on, and turn your phone off, get off the computer, move away, go back to those mindful activities that you've created, those techniques that you've created to go into a mindfulness state. So that is a beautiful document, and I'm going to get that out to you, everybody, as a free gift if you raise your hands below. hopefully you've watched this training video though. And like I said, this is a new thing that we're trialing at the moment. So we'd love to get some feedback about not running them live through Facebook, that we're now turning them more into a training coaching environment. If you do attend, you certainly get to ask questions and it's more personal, I believe, than Facebook chat or comment, which is what I'm all about. Getting connected and solving things on the spot, creating those breakthroughs. So when you come to these training sessions, you'll get an opportunity to work through the guide or the worksheet or the journal, whatever I've let out that week, and even go through the processes if there's any processes. So I'm really excited about this new concept. But again, we'd love your feedback and let us know what you think about it. So coming up, any events, I'll let you know. And the next one is my Power of the Mind, which is Mindset Mastery again. We're still in that topic. And it's on the 18th of August. So it's coming up in a week's time or so. It's a 2-hour masterclass. So the masterclasses over the next couple of months are going to be shorter, but they're going to be packed full of goodness. And we're really diving into another level of mindset mastery. I'm going to be focusing on your business mindset. Okay. So this one in particular is mindset mastery when it comes to your business success. So we're going to talk about using the 3 steps: decide, commit, resolve, and how you can use that in a business environment. We're also going to cover some of the really overarching barriers that I see and hear a lot, and that is around that fear of success and doubt. Okay, so it's a really cool masterclass. Make sure that you register. We're going to pop the registration link in the comments below as well. Doors are open, and that's a free event. So lots to think about in this. Mindfulness is a huge topic, and it's one that we really should be tapping into and enabling ourselves to explore and discover what works for us. And it really should be in every day of your life. Okay, it's something that we really want to be moving more towards than less. All right, I'll see you next week. So 1 p.m., you just come into the Zoom room. We provide the Zoom link. That's our private Zoom room. You can come in and spend some time and hang out. I haven't decided what I'm going to talk about next week, but it will be something, I imagine, around mindset mastery. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.